Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. See if my boy's gonna pop up. What's going on? How's everybody doing? Y'all gotta excuse me. We were supposed to put something together. One of the fellas didn't pop up. I know another one should be getting in here, so it should be me and Brian doing this real quick. You all know what's going on in the world. Me and Brian love delving into these worlds, so we're gonna kick something real quick. While I check my messages. I hope everything's going good with everybody. Let me tell y'all something on the internet. Y'all need to know how to carry a conversation without being argumentative. Y'all are really out of control. Seriously. Especially when it comes to politics, especially when it comes to your biases on a political party or a candidate, and especially when it comes to policies. Some of y'all are out of control up there. And I'm serious. Oh, this Joker. I don't know, man. Y'all excuse me. I'm trying to get him up here. Let's see what I got going on. Yes, my alerts are going crazy. Brian, if you don't get you, there it is. Here we go. Here, there we go. Man, it's about daggone time. What's up, man?
Not much, man. Just about to fold my laundry, but other than that, nah, busy.
Gotcha. I'm reading the response. I know I've done a lot on my stance. I actually did my own rant on it. So actually, I'm gonna tell you the floor is yours. Go for it.
Honestly, at this point, with popularity checking off the boxes, how serious is this election? Truthfully, it's just like, we've been debating about it. I know, I'm center right, you're center left. Same with, but with everything going on, do you think it might be a shit show?
Yes.
Okay, we're both in agreement. All right.
We can honestly agree that this is about to be a shit show without question.
Yeah.
We can easily agree on that. That's not even anybody who doesn't think so is delusional because the way it's going down right now, and I'll go ahead and say it. What's up, Sadie? Thank you for coming through, lady.
Sadie.
When is the last time you've ever seen the incumbent drop out of a race?
1968 with Lyndon Baines Johnson.
He dropped out of the race.
He dropped out. He didn't want to. He didn't want to go for re-election.
Okay, he didn't want to go for re-election. He actually got that seat due to Kennedy being killed, if I remember correctly.
Well, he took over after Kennedy being killed, but then
Yes.
after his term, he dropped out. He didn't want to go for re-election, but apparently, like the scuttlebutt was something in regards to his health.
Makes sense. Now, when your health is a fact, I'm not mad. Here's my thing, and I gotta finish reading this message. But once again, I've never seen an incumbent drop out of a race. That's number one. Number two, I don't care how bad everybody talked about him. He still had a chance. I was actually telling somebody today. My opinion, Biden had a stronger chance at contention than John Kerry had against Bush Jr. John Kerry didn't stand a chance during
The
the war.
only the only issue with John Kerry, I think it was he just kept flip flopping like pancakes.
John Kerry wasn't necessarily flipping, but he was trying to be the Democratic candidate. And honestly, no Democrat was going to beat Bush during the time of war.
Right.
That wasn't going to happen.
That is
So
correct.
I do think Biden should have stayed in. Biden still had a chance against Trump. There are people who want Trump in office. There are people who don't. That's my thing. And I was going to finish it last night, but like I said, it wasn't my platform. It was about to go, and I had to catch myself, even though I was about to snap. Not about anybody else, but about what's going on. And a lot of the conversations I've had online about politics, these jokers are something else up here. And I'm going to say it honestly. A bunch of people who swear they're independent always talk against Democrats. A bunch of people who swear they're Republicans got plenty. I'm leaving you out of this one. All jokes aside, I'm leaving you out of this one because I talk to everybody on all the platforms.
Right. Yeah.
Everything is Democrats, liberals, Democrats, liberals, Democrats, liberals.
Well, I mean,
Why
you already know my
Why would
stance
you-
on that.
No,
Of
I
why
got
I
your
don't.
stance,
Yeah.
but I'm watching people out here. Why would you vote Democrat? Why would you do this when they haven't done anything? I said, why would I change parties when that party hasn't done anything either? And the first thing they say is, what have Democrats done for Black people over the past few years? So I got asked the question the other day, what have Democrats done for Black folks over the past 60 years? I said, what have Republicans done? People get quiet. Why the hell you want me to change
Lower
parties?
tax
You
rates.
ain't doing shit. Now, we got another problem, and this is something we didn't bring up yet. The folks who aren't voting. There's a lot of opinions and a lot of reasons not to do this, not to do that. But if you want to change, how you not going to do shit?
Well, a lot of them do believe. I mean, because there was like during 2016 and during the 2020, how they want to talk about voter suppression, but there is no such thing as voter suppression because we have. I mean, they're like a lot of some of the politicians are out of touch because I know like Kamala Harris was like saying, oh well, people that live in the rural areas they can't get to a Kinko's, and it's going, woman, Kinko's went flat to FedEx 10 years ago. Where were you?
Hmm.
And then other people, a lot of them were just saying like, hey, it doesn't benefit me anymore. I don't agree to them. I don't like the candidate that they choose. So why should I vote? Because if I don't like you, you do nothing for me. Why should I vote for you?
And
So you got that, and then also
when you complain about who's
with
in
some
charge
people,
when you don't vote, how do you complain
true.
about who's in charge if you don't vote?
Well, true, but also too, there's a lot of people that I know personally that they just feel it's like the way they see politics is like, remember those Twix commercials? Left Twix, right Twix, pick a side. It's the same thing. That's how they see it. That's how they view politics. Now, as far as basically, and I said it many times before, years ago when we discussed it last time. I was like, basically when the guy on air admitted saying like, for those that are dedicated to the party, those that are committed to the party, we decide the nominee, not the voter.
Mm-hmm.
So that right there pretty much tells people like, then why should I vote?
Well, if you're not going to vote, then don't complain.
That is true.
At that point right now, because
That is true.
there's a whole lot of opinions and no answers.
No
I'm
facts.
saying like that on purpose because people who don't vote got a whole lot to say, want a whole lot of change, and ain't doing shit about it. Not voting is not going to change it. That's actually been said to a lot of people out there. If you're not going to vote, you shouldn't really have an opinion. I'm almost at that point with them on that, because a lot of these non-voters got a whole lot to say. They want to see who's going to take charge based on their responses. And I'm going to tell you like this. You're going to pick a party one way or the other, even if you're independent.
True.
So make your mind up, stop the bullshit, and get to the point. I hate to say we got to pick the lesser two evils. I hate to say it's to pick your poison, but we're going to have to do something instead of doing nothing.
Yeah, it's what I asked last night. It's like, how confident are you in Kamala Harris?
How confident are you in Trump?
10%.
So what about Kamala?
Now, the thing about it is, at least like with Trump, we know what he's about and we know how he is. Now with Kamala,
we've been through that already. In all honesty,
Yeah.
we've been through one of his presidencies already, and he even handled a global pandemic, I will say, kind of well.
Yeah.
I don't have anything with what he did wrong during the pandemic, and I will use the stimulus check as a plus due to the people who were losing jobs due to major corporations being shut down.
And also too, for those that were getting the unemployment, how do we technically got a stimulus check during unemployment because we had more money on our unemployment checks, did we not?
I didn't, but other people did. This is true.
Yeah, so it's like there, he outsmarted him. But I mean, but overall though, I mean, like gas was low, things were affordable.
No, prices went up during the pandemic. Food price, that was actually another discussion that came up. Food prices going up under Biden. I said, no, it went up under Trump, because the last year of Trump during the pandemic, I remember food was going up then. Now, it was due to the pandemic, this is true, but it was also under his presidency. They blame whatever happens under your presidency on you, even though it's not your fault. Even though it's not your fault. So I'm not putting the food prices on Biden at all. It happened before him. Just like immigration happened before Biden.
And then also too, farmers were having their issues. Yeah, farmers were having their issues. So that's why they had to raise it up. Yeah.
Y'all forgot that damn warehouse that was one of the main manufacturers of pork products in the country burned down during the damn pandemic. This is for all you motherfuckers that don't watch the damn news.
Or they did not do their homework.
Saying y'all Google about mess. I don't give a damn about homework. Watch it when it happens. When Trump got shot, I was watching it live. Y'all sitting here watching clips afterwards. You know good and damn well they will AI the hell out of everything. Y'all got to start paying attention. Still wait until afterwards to have something to talk about. It's out of control. I'm about to have a moment. Let me shut up. Go ahead, man. And y'all gonna have to excuse me. I normally behave in most broadcasts, but when I do my own, I'm gonna say what the fuck I want, because some of y'all out here are out of damn control on the internet. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I mean, and we both know, like I said, like we all been under Trump. We all know what he's about, what he's capable of doing, and all this other stuff. We've known him for decades.
Yes.
Now, with Kamala Harris, it's like we know very little
about her politically.
Politically,
I don't know about her. I understand
now,
she's the law and she's been attorney general, so she's pretty.
But then Tulsi Gabbard exposed her, and then that's how she dropped out of the race, just like that. And the moment she dropped out of the race, thanks to Tulsi Gabbard, who went on the attack first? Hillary Clinton after. She went after Tulsi Gabbard because she still got beef with Tulsi Gabbard since 2016.
About what?
Well, Tulsi Gabbard was the vice chair of the DNC, and when it was Hillary and Bernie Sanders going, it was for 2016.
2016 was Hillary and Trump. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so Tulsi Gabbard could not be neutral. She was supposed to be neutral as a vice chair, but the thing was, her viewpoints and her beliefs were aligned with Sanders. So she resigned as vice chair of the DNC and endorsed Sanders, and that pissed Hillary off.
Career suicide, pretty much.
Basically. And people like
on candidate, people don't forget that career suicide. I got that part.
Yeah. So, but that was the thing. Like Tulsi Gabbard will call out your shit. She calls out on both sides. Her leadership, and Republicans. She called Trump out on a couple things. Like, what the hell? She even like Republican senators. She challenged them. Also, along with Democratic senators, she challenged them.
Listen, that's been your candidate for a long time.
Yes, it still is.
I'm seeing a lot of pluses on her. And they pulling her out of the race. This is the other problem I got. The candidates that a bunch of the people want, they keep pulling out the damn race, and we stuck with who they give us. This is why a lot of people are not voting. You're pulling for Tulsi Gabbard. I was originally pulling for Andrew Yang. He left the Democratic Party. He's pretty much out of the presidential race entirely, in my opinion, from what I'm seeing. Cuomo should have slid his butt up in there, but he don't want it. Fully understood. He's actually said he don't want it. You're going for Tulsi Gabbard. I would tell you right now, if it wasn't for, well, I'm not gonna say if it wasn't for, if I wasn't voting for Trump and I was uncomfortable with Kamala, my vote right now for president should be Elizabeth Warren, and I'm gonna stick with that on purpose. I got a little bit of an issue with Newsom. I'm not comfortable with DeSantis, and this isn't necessarily about any one party. I'm looking at any of the candidates who will be available to be president right now. Michelle Obama should be a shoo-in, but she may not run. I don't think she's going to run. As of right now, all of the Democratic members are backing Kamala Harris. So right now, she's a shoo-in. So we got Kamala Harris for one party. We've got Donald Trump on the other. Their debate is going to be excellent. It's going to be heavily watched, in my opinion. We got to see how Kamala's going to go with Trump and vice versa.
But
The
yeah, also
Democratic
too,
National-
also too, people are not confident because she's not confident on the big stage.
Who, Kamala isn't?
Yeah, they think that she might buckle.
They think that. We have to see. Right now, what's so shaky about her is we don't know about her as a president. We know about her as an attorney general. We know she'll go to court. We know she can learn the law. And we know she knows the law. That's fine. But as a president, that's where the skepticism is. And I find it to be a fair assessment. Most people, you're talking about one of the biggest stages on the globe.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the problem Kamala has, in my opinion, being a woman leader where countries don't necessarily respect that. That was the biggest thing I was going to go against Ferraro. That was the biggest thing I was going to go against Hillary.
Well, the thing about it like with Hillary, it was pretty much like, it's like, if you don't agree with me, then I'm whooping your ass. Like, if you disagree with me, I'm coming after you or whatever. That was like her mentality.
I've heard that, yes.
Yeah. And then and like I said, I'm not being sexist. Had rehab. But no, but like but like a lot of people go at the time when I'm like, man, I'm not sure about Hillary. Then when I talk about Kamala, they're like, oh, what, you're just being biased because she's a black woman. I was like, she's not black, she's biracial, for fuck's sake. She's biracial.
She's East Indian and Jamaican.
Yes, she is biracial.
Yes, I understand where she's black. A lot of people, listen, ladies and gentlemen, she is East Indian and Jamaican. If anything, she's not necessarily a United States citizen, even though one of her ascendancies, if you will, is in American territory.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, why you got to check off one or the other? Why you got to side with one? You can't check
these
both.
folks can't damn help it.
Yeah, so
they can't damn help it. And I'm gonna go ahead and say, y'all, a bunch of y'all are racist. Y'all racist and y'all sexist. Y'all some assholes. Who can lead the country properly? Who are you confident with? Right now, a bunch of you, only reason you're confident behind Trump is because he'll help make you money. That's it.
Yeah.
If I was a Trump supporter, what I would want from him is for him to fix the economy and get rid of the deficit. That was his whole job in the first place. His first presidency, that's what everybody was looking for and expecting. Now, to his benefit, once he got in office, the stock market jumped.
Yep.
Which was supposed to be a success for his presidency because that's what the majority of the country
stimulate the economy.
Yes, stimulate the economy, which he will do. Whether he's a bad businessman or not, people invest in his maneuvers.
Yeah, but also too, when people ask me like, why am I like against Kamala? I'm like, I was like, if you're not paid attention with the debates and then everything from the debate from when she was debating as trying to run for president back in 2020, and all these little things from then till now, I was like, she flip flops. I mean, she flip flops because like in the 2020. When she was talking about like how she was all like pro-choice and all this, but then all of a sudden a week later she switches because her donors are like, no, don't say that. So she does whatever's convenient, and then on top of that, she's the pandering. I mean, you had Hillary back in 2016 with the hot sauce. Remember that shit? So now you got Kamala who's trying to like be all like the hip cool woman talking about, yeah, Taraji, you know, I'm out here on these streets and da 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 da, and you know, as they say, they not like us. It's like, Jesus, I'm like, oh my God, I'm sitting there going,
all candidates pander to the people, to the constituency, so stop that. All candidates. Bill Clinton was up there playing the saxophone on Arsenio Hall. Come on.
That is true.
Bush was
But
on Oprah. Come on.
oh yeah.
I'm gonna need y'all to stop forgetting what people did before.
But
All of
yeah.
y'all stop forgetting. She did go to a HBCU. She is a member of one of the more infamous HBCU sororities. I've seen a lot of support for her.
And then think about it, like when Tulsi was running, and because how
Ladies
Tulsi
and
said,
gentlemen, Brian loves Tulsi Gabbard. Go ahead.
yes, I do. Yes, I do. But like I said, she's refreshing. She's a breath of fresh air. And on top of that, she's totally different. And on top of that, you in particular, you ought to, like the stuff she talks about veterans and what she wants to do for veterans. That ought to be like, yes, like you be in alignment with her.
As a veteran, both parties are in our favor. If you want the truth. Once we say something, they jump for us. So I can be easily independent for veteran affairs. Easily. And I say that respectfully to both parties. If any veteran has a problem, you let your local representative, senator, mayor, governor, whatever, things start moving. So as far as a veteran, I don't have a problem with either side. And honestly, as a veteran, former military person, we're not supposed to have an opinion on either side. Whoever the commander in chief is, we just defend. That's it, whether we like them or not. So I will seem like a little bit of a flip-flop on that, but that's because my ass was in uniform and a bunch of y'all damn weren't. And for the ones who were in uniform, you still got an opinion, you damn know better. Shut the hell up. We got to defend them regardless, and we got to be ready in case something stupid happens like what happened 2 weeks ago. Spoiler alert. Calm your asses down. Go ahead, Brian.
And that's something that trips me out, though. It's like how everybody is just so, like I said, I've never in my lifetime witnessed how one man that a political party created be so hated to the point where it got that extreme.
You talking about Trump?
And yeah.
Well, you got to
remember, Trump was a Democrat and he supported Democrats, but it wasn't until 2008. It wasn't until like that congressional dinner when they kept roasting at Trump and kept and Trump's like, all right, fine, I wanted to stay out, and he jumped in, and then he was loved for decades.
Trump is an independent. He was an independent in the 80s, and I don't know where people getting his Democrat from. Somebody probably going to have to show me that, but he was independent. He can do whichever party he wants. But here's the crazy part. People don't remember when he talked bad about the Republicans. He said he's going to run as Republican because they're stupid.
And they kept roasting him. He wanted to step back, but then they kept poking at him. He's like, all right, I'm in.
Trying to pull him. They this is the truth. People have to understand. I said it before, I'm going to say it again. Y'all got to realize they've been wanting him to be president for 2.5 decades before his first presidency.
Oprah was begging for him. David Letterman.
Not so much
Phil Donahue.
Not so much they were begging for him, but if they asked him, the audience would roar because he was independent and they had a feeling he was going to fix the economy. This is not so much about what's wrong with him as much as it is people want him. When is the last time you've ever seen anybody so anticipated to be president? And we can ask anybody from our generation to our elders to our grandparents. I've never seen anybody so anticipated to be president before his first presidency, and now they want him back in. Okay, cool. Y'all got to realize they want him there. That will bring a little bit of a comfort to the country. Will it expose a lot? Absolutely. But y'all got to realize people have wanted him to be there. I'm talking back to the days of Jason Ventura. I'm talking back to the day. Every time he was on a talk show, they said something. Now, Letterman, he was on there, but Letterman also showed Sally Jesse Raphael. Yeah, he was on Letterman, and
Oprah
Letterman exposed him a little bit. He exposed him a little bit, but people still want him in there regardless. Bill Maher can't stand him.
No.
Bill Maher cannot stand him.
Yeah, he still has that made-up condition that everybody's all up
it's
about.
Not a made-up condition. He sued him, and both of them talk junk. I would love to see the two of them talk.
Oh, that'd be great.
I would love to see the two of them talk. He said he extended an invitation. If I was Trump, I wouldn't go up there. I'd tell him kiss my ass. I really would. But cats have been wanting him. Y'all really have to understand how bad people have wanted him in office, whether you like him or not, whether you're going to vote for him or not. And you're not just talking the new generation. You got old money that has been wanting him in office.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously. We talking the 70s and the senior citizens. There are a bunch of people. There's a lot of old money that will support him, and the new money is actually coming in. He is a shoo-in. They have to beat him. We don't know if Kamala's going to do it, and that's in all honesty.
And the thing about it is too, like now let's be real.
Yes,
For a while,
I'm old now. Hey, Nancy.
hey, howdy, howdy. But no, but I mean, but like, damn, I just lost my train of thought. Fuck. But on the reels though, like the media's got to stop this shit.
They're not going to, because the press has been real stale and real boring during this administration. There was high rating on
Trump.
so many numbers on. Yes, Bernie, what's going
Hey,
on?
what's up, Bernie?
And Nancy, you good? How you doing? They had a lot of ratings with Trump in office. God knows during the pandemic, Trump did a 2-hour press conference every day for 2 months. I was watching all of them. I will credit him for that. He actually did a speech and he let other people talk. He took Q&As. He did do that during his presidency. He needs to receive some credit for that.
And the thing about it is too, like Trump has been humbled, because like that one clip I showed you where he met with Putin, and he tried to do that little power grab, and Putin just kind of like not flinch, but then he was like, yeah, have a seat. He goes, come on, take a seat, and Putin went ahead and shook every hand that was on Trump's side. He showed respect, and then next he goes back, and then Trump was like, all right, and then ever since then it's like he took notes. So I mean, he has work in progress, but I mean, you know, but I mean, he can be coachable. But yeah, it's just kind of, you know, you've been a rich guy for all your life. You got that fuck you money, so yeah. But overall though, the media though, I mean, like it's both opinionated pieces. I mean, you know, like you got your Fox like with their opinion pieces, but it's sometimes I'm like, all right, cool. Other times I'm like, why? But then you go on like CNN, MSNBC, and you got Crybaby Jones and like bleach blonde Joy Reid spouting their nonsense.
You see what you just did. You see what you just did. You can't help it. You can't help it. You can't help it. Do me a favor. I want you to, you know what? Me and you've been talking about 3 years on this. I'm gonna need you to pick a political party before you start that bullshit again. You can't help it. Your angst is against one direction. For somebody who's supposed to be independent, all of your angst is one direction. And you crack. Hey, hell, you're a Republican. Stop.
I mean, but look, think about it. Look how Andrew Yang was treated, and especially how Tulsi Gabbard was treated. That is after how they were treated. That's when I was like, "Fuck the Democrat Party. You do not do that." And then also too, when Andrew Yang was trying to run for mayor in New York, all of them like, oh, he's Asian, he's this, he's that, he's that. Oh, da 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 da. I sound like Trump.
I've been telling him for 2 years. I've been telling him for 2 years, and he was sitting there. He's an anti-Democrat.
Yeah, after how Tulsi Gabbard and Andrew Yang was treated. Yes,
Andrew Yang was treated wrong. I agree with you.
Yes, and Tulsi Gabbard. Yeah, you don't call Tulsi Gabbard a traitor and get away with it after she's still actively serving our military.
They call that Trump a traitor, and they're getting away with it.
I know, but I'm just saying that's how they're doing it. Like they're saying he's a traitor, but I'm like, but that right there was a slap. Oh wow, Nancy.
Now you know how I feel, Brian, when they come at me with that bullshit. Oh my goodness.
Go New Zealand in the Olympics now. but I mean, but it's just it's crazy. But yeah, but mainly because how Tulsi Gabbard and Andrew Yang was treated. That's why I'm like, nah, I ain't voting Democrat ever again. Because to me,
I can't lie, the way they did Andrew Yang did piss me off. I have to agree with that.
Yeah, and then with Tulsi Gabbard, because every single time she qualifies, they keep changing the rules on her.
It's not just her; they changed the rules.
I mean, think about it. Michael Bloomberg just pretty much said, "Hey, you want 53 million? Yeah, okay. I want in. Here's 53 million," and he got in. He bought his way in. But the
Yeah.
thing about it was every time when Tulsi Gabbard tried to go when she made the quota to
It's
go
looking
on
like they don't want a woman in charge, pretty much.
because Tulsi Gabbard calls them out.
No, it's because they don't want a woman in charge. You ever notice that? And they actually talked about this back when I think Hillary wanted to run. When did she want to run? When she was going up against Obama. That was one of the bigger discussions. Other
Oh,
countries,
the 2008.
I think so, yes. They weren't going to respect the United States if we had a woman as a leader. Now, that's some bullshit. We got to go ahead and address that too.
Yeah.
People are going to have to get over that. You want leadership. Historically, it's been male, predominantly 99.99999% Caucasian male. Caucasian males do not represent the entire United States anymore. Stop it. They don't even represent all of the leadership in the United States. We can be dirty and throw a whole lot of stereotypes and accusations and conspiracies against it. But this country is more than Caucasian male. The United States is way more than Caucasian male. You got Caucasian male, African descendant American males, Mexican males, Puerto Rican males. Now you got half of Central American, South American males. You've got women. Women outnumber men on the planet. We're going to stop this bullshit.
Yep.
And this is going to have to be straight up across the globe, across the spectrum, both parties, all them extra parties. I don't give a damn if you're Democrat, Republican, Libertarian, Tea Party, Puritan, Quaker. I don't give a damn. Y'all going to have to stop this.
I mean, there are female leaders. I mean, you got in New Zealand, you have a you got a female president in New Zealand.
I think it was Vietnam or Cambodia or one of them had a female.
Italy has a female prime
yes.
prime minister. Mexico Mexico finally had their first female president.
Y'all must have forgot about Cleopatra and all them. Y'all better cut this.
Ruin Egypt.
We have to be real about this.
Queen Elizabeth.
Y'all keep talking back in circles about what's going on up here, and there's a real big stereotype against female leadership. Y'all gonna have to give women their props. They're beating your asses in the courtroom already. Take it from me. Take it from me.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to respect these ladies sooner or later, and a bunch of you chauvinist pigs gonna have to calm y'all asses down. Number one, you outnumbered. You may have some of the law on your side, but not all of it. It just haven't caught you yet. Take it easy out there.
True.
Easy. All right, I'm done with these politics because that was actually calm for me and you. I was about to cuss you, but it's a couple of days ago. Look here, Jack. Jordan Love did not deserve that contract yet. I mean,
okay. Like when he finally got the start.
Let's see what Messi talking about. My bad. Went down to the world, wanted to selfishly keep all my money, didn't care about anyone else. I was a Republican back by that strong. I can never vote Republican again. So for those who don't see the rest of that comment, after she speaks on her religious faith, it actually says, I realized I can never vote Republican again. There is an aspect of selfishness behind Republicans from what I'm reading, Nancy, but there's also some selfishness behind Democrats too.
Yep.
We're gonna have to be honest about that.
Yep.
A lot of Republicans want to maintain control. A lot of Democrats not only want to maintain, they want to gain more.
And then on top of that,
when you'll see it, I take that back. Both parties have the same problem. People want to get control, gain more, and then maintain it.
True.
In politics, they want to get some aspect of political power. They want to have political influence. Then they want to hold it. I give you Joe Biden again. 40 years in the game. Mitch McConnell and them, they've been in there. Nancy Pelosi and them, they've been in there. Strom Thurmond was 100. One of the South Carolina senators, I believe he was 100 damn years old. Damn near died as a senator. Let me drop the sports. I was going to bring the sports up. Damn it, I gotta go back to politics. Brian,
but I think for like politics, man, like I know to qualify to become president, you gotta be 35 years or older. But I think at 65 is the cap to run.
Well, you say term limits. I was about to get to that. You say term limits a lot. Here's the thing. There are
age limit.
You do the term limits, but your ass run for office again and people vote you back in. That's the only thing I have to say about that.
Like cut it off at 65. Cap. If everybody got to retire at 65, so can politics.
You can't. Everybody doesn't retire at 65. Now we got to retire at 70. Our generation.
Oh, damn it.
Yes. Y'all ain't paying attention. You got to retire at 70. To receive full Social Security benefits, you got to be 70. So cats is screwed. Nah, Nancy, you good. Don't worry about that. That's the least of your issues.
I don't
Um,
know.
Term limits are about being reelected. You got 4-year terms, 2-year terms, all that good stuff. Then you get reelected. You just run the people. Once you win it, they're gonna put you back in there.
Yeah, I was gonna
Once
say.
again, this is why I had a problem with Biden dropping out. He didn't have to. Or he could have lost gracefully and been fine. I don't think he wanted to take that loss on him. That's fine. But hey,
Apparently, because of that first debate, that's where they're just like, yeah, because he
well,
had a bad showing. He had a bad showing, and
I think
everybody's
he
like,
was pushed. He was pushed to drop out. And as much as I understand it, I'm still not happy with it. I'm
but
still not.
I've been saying it for a long time. I was like, he should have run to begin with. Because think about it, comes when South Carolina 2020, when they were doing the South Carolina campaign, Biden was dead in the water until because remember I took a lot of blowback and a lot of heat when I just said when all of a sudden when Jim Clyburn went ahead and spoke for Biden, and all of a sudden the Bernie Sanders tsunami went because remember twice Bernie Sanders had a tidal wave, a tsunami of support,
Let's go
and then
ahead.
he got
I'm glad you said that. That's another example. He
because
stayed. He took him out.
he yeah.
He stuck it
And
out.
Joe Biden was dead in the water because they already pointed out that Pete Buttigieg was a fraud because the black community said, "No, get your fake ass Obama out of here." They did. Oh, there was like I think it was like in Kentucky that
I didn't hear that. I had to find that one. I didn't hear that one.
yeah, it was that yeah, there was like a black parade going on, and Pete Buttigieg came in towards the tail end of it. It was like, "Yeah, I'm with you," and everybody's like, "No, get your ass out of here. They're like, "Get out of here."
Something else about him because we haven't really heard from him.
Yeah. So there's like Pete Buttigieg. They found out it was a fake. Kamala Harris dropped out thanks to Tulsi Gabbard. Um, boring ice lady in Minnesota. She was just boring.
That's just all it is too.
Amy Klobuchar.
I have not heard of her.
Yeah, she's boring. And then you got Elizabeth Warren. I'm like,
She's really gaining my favor. If push came to shove.
I mean, from the way like how she talks is like, oh, it's that school teacher you always like.
I got that, but I ain't gonna lie. When Roe versus Wade got overturned, she was furious. You should have seen it.
I'm mad as hell.
She was on fire. I'm like, yeah, she about to be up there.
Yeah, she's like, I'm mad as hell. I was like, oh, so cute.
What's the lady's name that was in Colorado that you brought up last year, the year before?
Republican or Democrat?
I forgot. There was some senator or representative in Colorado. I don't
Lauren
think
Boebert.
Yeah, I think that was her. What happened?
Oh, she's still in Congress.
Okay, good. Bobby Shadow,
brah. Yeah. Because Lauren Boebert was also in that hearing on Monday that went scorched earth on that Secret Service director.
Yeah, they were crazy on the Secret Service. I almost felt bad for her.
It's like, whoo. But yeah, it was like Lauren Boebert, Nancy Mace, man. That girl like take no prisoners, but she was in the military too. And then Anna Paulina Rubio, she was in the Air Force. She like no bullshit with her.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so I'm like, oh my god. And then the other girl that was on the Democratic side, she went scorched earth on her. Another lady that was on the Democrat side went scorched earth. And AOC was like the nicest one out of them, but she said, it's not appropriate. You need to resign. This is, regardless of party. Like
she was going to have to resign regardless. That wasn't even a question. She was going to have to resign.
Yeah.
She took the heat for her people. Oh, Marjorie Taylor. Yeah, I heard about that, Nancy. I did hear Marjorie Taylor. Now, mind you, the president got shot. The Secret Service was there. Inexcusable to everybody's standards. That's the truth. Inexcusable.
And the thing about it is too, and a lot of everybody got their opinions about it, but the thing about it is, you're there to do a job. You got to do the job well, and they botched.
And we talked about this on Ted's show already.
Yeah, they botched. So, but overall though, whether you like the guy or hate the guy, But if you're assigned, you got a job to do. You got to do your job.
We got that, but that was man, please. I'm not.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
I
like I
hate that
said,
it happened.
like we could
I hate that it
go
happened.
round and round on that.
And based on what the people were showing afterwards, how they saw the shooter, they was telling people to get him and they didn't. I can't say nothing.
No, we can't.
Can't say nothing. She kept trying. She kept saying he got shot in the face. Yeah, I didn't watch the hearing. I was at work. Outside of that hearing, that daggone Senate subcommittee hearing against Fauci, they lit his ass up.
Rand Paul, God bless him. Rand Paul.
I think we was on the home stretch at work, and one of the guys was watching it. Who was like, "What was that?" It's the Senate subcommittee on the COVID hearings, and they got Fauci. They said, "Oh Lord," because I already knew they was going to go after him. And I heard they was going crazy.
It was not a lab leak. It was. Oh my God. He just has that face and that voice. You just want to like punch repeatedly.
And for those of you that don't know, me and Brian love talking COVID. Brian was very staunch on everything that they were saying and how wrong it was. And based on the past 4 years, Brian has been proven right. And he's not the only one. A lot of people who were kicked off of social media, a lot of people who wouldn't be allowed on news shows were proven correct. And the medical professionals are getting.
I'm still waiting on apologies from a handful of people that we know.
I think retaliated against, for lack of a better term. But we're going to have to go ahead and narrow this down. We're not going to see any type of justification off of this until the World Health Organization gets addressed. They declared a global pandemic and everybody was following their standards and their recommendations, even the CDC. That is the truth. There actually was a lawsuit. It's supposed to be a big old class action lawsuit against the World Health Organization. They're waiting on justification on that. You may not see any more articles on it. There was one last year. And I'm very guilty not saving links. But there was a bunch of doctors that were getting ready to go after them because everybody was following guidelines, doing what their job was. And now the doctors are catching hell and getting cussed out by people because they were following
and also too, like doctors lost their privileges because they wanted to go with alternatives versus the vaccine.
Yes, and if they went against the regulation, they were going to lose their profession.
And they lose their license.
Yes. So this is bigger than the people you know and the people that you're talking to. Any and everything COVID related. Even for myself, I'm still going through symptoms, and it's been 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is my broadcast. I'm going to go ahead and say this. Post-COVID symptoms are real. Going through something that people cannot prove is the truth. I stand with any and everybody who has ever had COVID. If you ever had the vaccine, if you're going through stuff people can't prove, I believe you. Why? I still get fatigue. I still get shortness of breath. I still get body aches. And the doctors can't diagnose it because the symptoms come intermittently. There is no pattern to when we feel what we feel or what happens. I'm going to be serious with everybody out there. You tell all your people. Somebody out there's going through what I go through. And I'm going to give you something else people don't believe. You probably won't be able to prove. See if you know anybody who has either had the vaccine or tested positive for COVID. When you get ready to go to sleep at night, do you hear any explosions?
No.
PTSD style.
Oh, well.
Like you're overseas.
No.
You feel it and you hear it. Put the word.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't care who thinks I'm crazy. I'm telling you what I go through. Smoke was good.
Yeah, I mean, like when I caught it,
Nancy, that was one of the original symptoms. Yes, Nancy. Go ahead, Brad. I'm sorry.
I mean, like when I tested positive for it, like everything was mild, and the only way, like, pretty much I wanted to put it to the test. I'm like, man, whatever. So I have like that extremely hot sauce, and I put it on. I put it in a shot glass. I took the shot, and it tasted mild. When majority of the time I'm all like, I wasn't doing that. I was like, oh damn, I do got it. But like I said, I never had the body aches, never had the temperature or anything. It was just mild. I
had the temperature the very first day. Actually, I felt it kick. Remember, I told you about that.
Yeah.
I was literally sitting there and watching TV with my son. And I just got cold for some. It felt like somebody opened all the windows and the doors in February. That's the cold rush that I felt. It just hit me. I was like, oh my God, this
But
can't be it.
I
And
mean,
this,
I think,
this is not flu. This is not pneumonia. That's exactly what I
and
felt.
the thing about it is, prior to that, because I was going to paramedic school,
Hmm.
like I already had to get all my shots and everything up. So I already had the flu shots, the MMR, and all that other stuff. So that's why I think also too why it did not hit me I didn't get the wrecking ball effect like everybody else that I know.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I didn't get the wrecking ball effect, but I was still active because of the job that I was doing,
Yes.
and then plus I was outside a lot, so it didn't affect me that much. So that's why, like, okay, that's when I kept asking questions. I kept asking questions that people were getting. I was at, like, to the point where people were getting annoyed with me.
They're going to keep getting them because they don't have an answer for you.
Yeah,
You're asking people questions, they don't have an answer. Mind you, it was new and it takes years to research and understand. Most of the medical professionals that I know, there's not enough data to give you a proper answer. So I understood that. Even when I tested positive, the only thing the doctor going to tell you is stay hydrated and rest. Literally,
yeah.
I
I mean,
will
and then
just
plus
sit
like
here and
and
do
plus like
nothing and just go to sleep.
yeah, plus like the job that I had at that time, like
Mhm,
I was working for a moving company,
mm,
and we were listed as essential.
mhm,
Um, but the lady had asked me, because I told her, I was like, if you're worried, for your safety and your health, just stay outside on the balcony as we move your stuff. And then, because we're gonna have our mask off, because it is fucking hard to breathe in a fucking mask when I'm
yes.
carrying a damn when me and the guys that are signing me, we're carrying a fucking dresser. It is hard to breathe in that mask. So we told her, like, hey, just have a mask. When you come inside, wear your mask. But she's like, "Are you afraid you might get?" She's, "Are you afraid you might die from the virus?" And I just told her, I said, "Ma'am, with everything that I've been through my whole life, I'm down to 4 lives." And she's like, "What?" I said, "I have a greater chance of getting hit by a car after I get done loading up this truck with your stuff.
Mhm.
I have a greater chance of getting hit by a car versus dying from the virus."
And ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and tell you, look up the original 33 pre-existing conditions that made you susceptible to the virus, or at least made your symptoms more debilitating. I don't want to say severe. There were like 33 pre-existing conditions that made you susceptible, made the virus more harmful to you. Aspect, or for example, obesity, diabetes, high blood pressure, stress, anxiety. These are actually on the list. Autoimmune diseases, hypertension. I forgot a bunch of them. I remember reading it. It may be hard to find now, but there was an original list when the pandemic started.
Mhm.
Age was up there. You already know if you was a senior citizen, just stay inside. And always remember the first two things they told everybody: it was airborne and highly contagious. So that situation was detrimental to a lot of folks. I know the information is redundant because it's 4 years later, but there are still new variants. Most of you on these platforms that
And
I have, other than, well, if you're on my Twitter or you're on my LinkedIn, I try to keep the news updates on COVID specifically. The new variants, uh, long COVID symptoms, and the updates on the information of it. I do keep my eyes on this, and I was going to stop talking about it, but I see it's still out there. People are still testing positive. I've actually had a couple of coworkers that tested positive. I think it was early this year. Some of them understood what I was saying. Yes, there is a summer variant. I think it's PR
mosquitoes,
something. I forgot. Yeah, don't get me started on the mosquito.
mosquitoes.
Come on, son. I ain't gonna start on that. I'm not even.
Yeah. But other than that, but basically, still do your do your research, look
Ugh,
up as
I
much
hate
as
that
you can.
phrase. Y'all killing me with that.
Yeah, do your research. Do your research, because we all have a cell phone that has Google or Safari. So do your research, na 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 na, do your research.
You know we're on LinkedIn, right? You will never get a job acting like that. Just for the record. Our
But
language is going to get us in enough trouble, but how we deliver our message is going to matter. So cut that crap out.
do your research. But
Where you're at.
yeah. But no, I mean, like me, I'm not afraid to ask questions, because I mean, it's just like one thing after another after another. Like, that's how my mind works. But other than that, Now the Olympics are upon us, or among us. Blah, 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 blah.
The Olympics here just got started. Snoop ran the torch. I saw that. I'm only gonna run this maybe 10 more minutes max. I ain't gonna lie. I said I was gonna do it.
Gotcha.
Politics. Make your own decision. If you ain't voting, shut up.
Yep.
I'm at the age right now. I gotta tell a bunch of y'all. If y'all ain't voting, just shut up. Period. Pick a side. We'll see what's gonna happen in November. The COVID conversation. Yeah, me and him will do this all the time. This
Yep.
we might be two of the people you don't want to have this discussion with, because this my homie right here from a couple of years ago. We had these conversations when people were free to talk about it on the internet. We don't care. We
We're like,
don't care. Just for the record, sports will be coming up. I'm not going to do it tonight. I want to do it tomorrow.
but overall with the
you bring
Olympics,
Rich and Mike on too. So I hope all three of them show up tomorrow.
yeah.
And
But
I'm gonna get off of here before this joker starts talking about that movie he went to see today, and I'm gonna have to go to Texas. And fight.
no. I'm seeing it tomorrow.
I thought you saw it today. Okay.
No. I'm seeing it. I said it. I was gonna see it Saturday at 7:45
No,
p.m.
it's supposed to be tonight because that's why Ted was.
I know, but then I said no, I can make it because I'm seeing it Saturday night.
Gotcha.
Yeah, on the Samsung Onyx.
Interesting conversation, but we have our. No, you're good, Nancy. You're good. I appreciate you sticking around. I appreciate you sticking around.
But I mean, but overall, like sports wise, like with all the NFL deals.
Yeah, get ready for that. If you're going to do your thing tomorrow, that's fine. We can do it whenever you get back. And like I said, I want to make sure all of us. I really want Rich and Mike to be there too.
Yeah.
So that'll be a good 6 of us. Smoke if you're free. If you're free, bro, you know the door's gonna be open to you too. But definitely want to try and see where we at. I definitely got to get caught up on everything since the draft.
Dude, yeah,
I gotta get caught up too. Free agents, so that answers one question. So now we just gotta look at, and I want to wait till these rosters are official because they're not. Y'all know they're still gonna be doing cuts.
Oh yeah, like Dallas signed a running back. So I think, yeah, because I know they re-signed Zeke, but I think Zeke is going to be the backup.
Yes.
Why they make? See, that's why Jerry Jones needs to step aside. The man is senile.
He is not senile. He has the most profitable franchise in sports, I believe.
I suppose.
It's between him and the Golden State. I didn't realize Golden State was worth more than the Lakers till early this year. That surprised me. That really did surprise me. But you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and call it. I think we're good, bro. Appreciate you.
But
you guarantee for the past 2 years. You guarantee for the past 2 years. I'm gonna need you to stop. I'm gonna need you to stop.
Oh, I'm gonna win fantasy football this year.
Yeah, he's killing me with that. But I'm good if you good, man. It's about 1 o'clock. I'm gonna call it.
Yeah.
Smoke, appreciate you coming through. Nancy, appreciate you coming through. Bobby Shadow, appreciate you coming through. Rehab was here. Bernie was in the house. Sadie was here. Helen said hi to you. I got my draft day right. I'm gonna need you. And listen, my draft day is gonna be all right. I'm gonna need you to get your stream all right. How about that?
I never picked my team. Yeah.
Killing me with this, man. He's killing me with this. Go ahead and end it, Brian. Give him the ending.
All right, everybody. We're going to go ahead and call it a night. It's been a long, crazy week. So from Georgia, from Texas, we're out. Good night.